Are you preparing for your US citizenship interview and naturalization? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to a comprehensive overview of the US citizenship process, where we delve into the intricacies of the interview and naturalization process. This is a journey that many have embarked on, each with their unique stories, experiences, and outcomes. Today, we will be focusing on the case of an immigrant from the Netherlands, offering you a real-life experience to learn from. He, like many of you, diligently studied for the tests, poring over the questions and answers that could potentially seal his future in the United States. However, even the best of us can make mistakes, and our Dutch friend was no exception. On his journey to become a US citizen, he encountered some errors and pitfalls while filling up his N400 application. The N400 form, also known as the application for naturalization, is a crucial part of the process. It is the first step towards becoming a US citizen, and a small mistake can make a significant impact. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through it all, to help you navigate this important journey and avoid the common errors that could potentially delay or hinder your path to US citizenship. As we progress, we'll be shedding light on the questions you might face in your interview, providing you with the right answers, and more importantly, the reasoning behind them. This way, you're not just memorizing responses, but truly understanding the essence of every question, setting you up for success in your interview and beyond. Remember, this journey is not just about securing US citizenship, but also about embracing the American values, understanding the country's rich history, and becoming a part of its diverse and vibrant tapestry. So as we navigate this process together, we encourage you to immerse yourself in the experience, to learn, to grow, and to prepare for your future as a US citizen. Stay tuned as we dive into the journey of our Dutch friend navigating his citizenship interview. We're with you every step of the way. Let's get started. Our protagonist, a Dutch immigrant, embarks on his journey towards becoming a US citizen. The journey begins with the crucial first step of filing the N400 application. This is the official form used to apply for US citizenship through the process of naturalization. It's a comprehensive document that requires a deep dive into one's history, personal information, and commitment to the United States. It's not just a form, it's the beginning of a narrative that tells the story of an immigrant's journey towards becoming an American. Our protagonist, like many others, takes this step with a sense of excitement mixed with a healthy dose of apprehension. He understands the weight of the document he's filling out, knowing that every answer, every date, every mark on the paper will be scrutinized. So, he approaches it with the seriousness it deserves. Next on the agenda is studying for the citizenship test. It's a two-part exam that assesses the applicant's knowledge of US history, government, and basic English. Our Dutch friend, being an avid learner, dives into the prep books, online resources, and interactive quizzes. He spends countless hours memorizing the dates of historical events, the names of key figures, and the principles that form the backbone of the US Constitution. He practices his English, ensuring he's ready to converse, read, and write with confidence during the examination. In parallel with his studies, he begins preparing for the interview. He rehearses potential questions, practices his responses, and even does mock interviews to get comfortable with the process. He knows that preparation is key and leaves no stone unturned in his efforts. But even the best of us make mistakes. Despite careful preparation, our Dutch friend makes some errors on his application, a common occurrence that can lead to unexpected questions during the interview. Mistakes are part of the journey, and they serve as valuable lessons for the road ahead. So, as we continue on this journey, remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. The day of the interview arrives. Our Dutch immigrant is nervous but ready. In the heart of it all is the interview, a crucial step in the naturalization process. The atmosphere is formal, yet cordial, as the immigration officer and the immigrant engage in this important dialogue. The immigrant, originally from the Netherlands, has prepared extensively for this day. There's a palpable mix of anticipation and confidence in the air. The interview begins with the officer going over the N400 application that the Dutch immigrant has filled out. This is not just a review, it's a test of the applicant's ability to understand and speak English. There are no trick questions here. The officer just wants to ensure that the information provided is correct and that the immigrant understands the implications of what they've filled out. Next, they move on to the section about the immigrant's background. The officer asks, "Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen in writing or any other way?" The immigrant answers, "No," clearly and confidently. The questions continue in this vein, probing into the immigrant's past, their character, and their commitment to the United States. Then comes the test of the immigrant's knowledge about US history and government. This is where all those hours of studying come into play. The immigrant is asked, "Who was the president during World War I?" He replies, "Woodrow Wilson," with ease. He stumbles a bit on the question, "What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? But he recovers quickly with the correct answer, Louisiana. The officer also tests the immigrant's English reading and writing skills. He is asked to read a sentence aloud and then to write a sentence that the officer dictates. The immigrant does well on this part of the test. Throughout the interview, the immigrant stays calm and collected, answering the questions to the best of his knowledge. He fumbles a bit, here and there, but that's expected. It's not a perfect interview, but it's real. It's human. And that's what this process is about. It's not just about knowing the right answers. It's about demonstrating one's commitment to becoming a US citizen, understanding the rights and responsibilities that come with it, and showing the willingness to contribute to the country's growth and prosperity. Finally, the officer asks, "Do you promise that if the law requires it, you are willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?" The immigrant responds, "Yes, I am willing." With this, the interview comes to an end. The officer thanks the immigrant for his time and informs him that he will be notified of the decision by mail. The interview concludes, leaving our immigrant hopeful but anxious about the outcome. Now that the interview is over, it's time to analyze how it went. Our immigrant from the Netherlands, like many others, prepared diligently for this interview. But as we all know, even the best laid plans can sometimes go awry. It's important to remember that mistakes are a part of the process, and each one is a learning opportunity. Firstly, let's discuss the errors in the N400 application. These mistakes could have been avoided with a more careful review. It's crucial to double-check all your responses before submission, as this form is your first impression to the interviewing officer. The applicant also stumbled on some of the questions during the interview. Practice is key here. Regularly review the potential questions and practice your responses. This will not only help you memorize the answers, but also aid in developing confidence in your delivery. Language proficiency was another area where our applicants struggled. As English proficiency is a vital part of the naturalization process, consider investing some time in improving your English skills. There are numerous resources available online and in communities that can help you improve. Lastly, it's important to note the applicant's demeanor during the interview. Despite the mistakes, he remained composed and respectful throughout, which is essential. Remember, it's not just about the right answers, but also about demonstrating your commitment and respect for the process. Now you might be thinking, this is a lot to take in. And you're right, it is a comprehensive process. But remember, you're not alone. There are countless resources available to guide you along the way. In conclusion, the key takeaways from this analysis are the importance of careful review, diligent preparation, improving English proficiency, and maintaining a respectful demeanor. These elements combined can significantly improve your chances of success during your naturalization interview. Learning from the mistakes of others can be a powerful tool in your own naturalization journey. Finally, the results are in. The much-anticipated moment has arrived, the outcome of the Dutch immigrant's application for US citizenship. Regardless of the outcome, it's essential to remember that this is a journey. It's not just about the destination, but also about what we learn along the way. Now let's dive into it. The results of our applicants' interview and naturalization tests are a crucial turning point in his journey. It's a culmination of his hard work, dedication, and the courage it took to venture into a new land, a new culture, and a new life. After the interview, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, takes some time to review the application and the notes from the interview. They consider the applicant's knowledge of English, understanding of US history and government, and overall adherence to the principles and values that the United States holds dear. In our case, the Dutch immigrant had some errors and mistakes in his N400 application. Remember, accuracy is critical in this process. Any error, however minor, can lead to delays or even a denial of the application. But let's not forget that mistakes are also opportunities for learning and growth. They serve as a reminder to double-check, triple-check, and get a second pair of eyes on your application before submission. Now, if the application is approved, the immigrant will receive a notice to take the oath of allegiance. This is the final step in the naturalization process. The immigrant will swear allegiance to the United States, renounce foreign allegiances and titles, and promise to support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States. However, if the application is denied, it's not the end of the road. The immigrant can appeal the decision within 30 days. It's a setback, yes, but it's also a chance to reassess, regroup, and try again. In either case, there are next steps to take, be it preparing for the oath of allegiance or appealing the decision. It's important to stay informed, stay positive, and keep moving forward. Moreover, it's essential to seek help when needed. There are numerous resources available online and offline, such as study materials, practice tests, and community support groups. Remember, you're not alone in this process. There are many others who have walked this path before, and many who are walking it with you. The journey to US citizenship is a challenging one, but it's also incredibly rewarding. It's a path that thousands have tread before and many more will tread in the future. It's a testament to the enduring allure of the American dream. Whether the outcome is positive or negative, it's important to remember that persistence is key in the naturalization process. The journey may be long and full of obstacles, but with determination, patience, and a little bit of luck, the dream of becoming a US citizen is within reach. We've followed our Dutch friend through his journey towards becoming a US citizen. We've seen the ups and downs, the nerves, the anticipation, and the sheer determination. We've seen the importance of preparation, of studying, of practice, and we've seen the human element, the occasional slip-up, the occasional error, but most importantly, we've seen the resilience, the ability to learn from those mistakes and move forward. Let's take a few steps back and consider the key takeaways from this journey. First and foremost, preparation is key. Our friend from the Netherlands studied hard. He knew the answers, and when he didn't, he learned from his mistakes. Remember the importance of understanding the questions on the N400 application and the need to provide accurate and truthful answers. It's not just about memorizing facts and figures, it's about understanding the essence of what it means to become a citizen of the United States. But what happens when you make a mistake? Well, as we've seen, it's not the end of the world. Our Dutch friend made a few errors on his application, but he didn't let that stop him. He took it as a learning opportunity, a chance to improve and correct his mistakes. So if you stumble, if you falter, remember it's not about the fall, but how you pick yourself up. And let's not forget the interview itself. It can be nerve-wracking, it can be intimidating, but remember, it's just a conversation. It's an opportunity to show your knowledge, your understanding, and your commitment to becoming a US citizen. So, take a deep breath, be confident, and remember, you've prepared for this. In conclusion, the journey to US citizenship may seem daunting, but it's not an insurmountable task. It requires preparation, resilience, and a positive mindset. It's about understanding the process, learning from your mistakes, and showing your commitment and dedication to becoming a US citizen. So as we wrap up this video, let's remember our Dutch friend and his journey. Let's remember his determination, his resilience, and his commitment. Let's remember his mistakes, but more importantly, let's remember how he learned from them. And let's use his journey as a guide, as a blueprint for our own path towards US citizenship. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you found it informative, enlightening, and perhaps even inspiring. We hope it's given you a clearer picture of what to expect and how to prepare for your own citizenship interview and naturalization. Remember, every journey to citizenship is unique, but with thorough preparation and a positive mindset, you too can successfully navigate your US citizenship interview and naturalization. Good luck!